I didn't know how to run a label. He'd always say, you need to get a job. You need to do something with your life. I wanted to prove to him that I could be successful with music.
I mean, most people, when they think of success, think about money. Like, how much money did you make? That is absolutely not the right way to think about success. Success is how you feel about yourself. And success doesn't have to be this grand moment in your life, because that just doesn't happen. There's no grand moment. They're all little moments. I think success, it's like, at the end of the day, it's what you make of it. For me, it's just, you know, finding happiness within yourself.
Everything starts off small. There's no like A to Z. You have to go to B first. Everything starts small. My first shows, I was playing for 5 people, like a quarter of the people in the room. Some of them didn't even want to be there, honestly. But I pretended like it was like you know, like a big deal. You know, I didn't really pretend. I was like, this is a big deal. That's the problem with social media right now, is that you're comparing yourself to people that have like this large success, and you're like, I want to play there. But you first have to go with what you have in front of you and make that meaningful. And that's why I always say, like, when I'm performing, I'm trying to be as present as I can. And I don't want to think about anyone outside these 4 walls. I really want to think about everyone here. And whether it's like a smaller show, a bigger show, like, these people are here for me and I'm here for them. And that's all that matters. And you do that enough times, it's like, in the end, it will grow without you even realizing it. It's like, you have to be grateful for what you can get. Plain and simple. Like, be grateful for what you have, because that's, like, we're lucky to even be here. I think it's that feeling to be just lucky to be on the stage playing in front of people, lucky to be sitting with you and talking about this. My book, I have a book out, it's crazy. Like, still, it's crazy, you know, like, I have an official book out with a great publisher that, you know, it's going out there. You know, all these things, it's like being grateful and being present, right? So that's another great book, The Power of Now, that I turned into a song, is like the power of being present, you know, and that helps you with this idea of this notion of, you know, the 1%, let alone the 30%, the 1% that you can get is the feeling that's the most important feeling. Because you're gonna get 1%, but you have to attempt to get that 1%. You have to go for it. You know, I mean, hopefully you get more than that, but I think if you keep trying, you're gonna get something. And you wanna keep growing it. So I think that's like, it's the power of being present and like really, really being beholden to the gratitude of what you have. Now smoke. So like, there's a lot of things in my lifestyle have changed, where it's better for me as a human being. I'm happier, and I can work with a clear head, and I can work, you know, with, you know, I have maximum potential at every show. There's times, of course, where you get to a point where you're exhausted, mentally, physically drained. I swear to God, you just get like that 8 hours of sleep or whatever, and I wake up and ready on to the next one. All I want to do is play my music to new crowds all across the world. You leave the show remembering like those specific faces and people that you're touching with your music, and that's what drives me to continue to tour at the level that I'm doing. Music is just one tool to connect with people. So we have comics, we got food, obviously fashion's been like a continuum that I've been following since I got into music. I want to work with people that, you know, are doing very interesting things, and that I respect what they're doing, they respect what I'm doing. I want to find a way to draw those bridges and share those stories too. When I started my band when I was 16, I was making the t-shirts, screen printing them. I was at Kinko's making zines with my friends and building from the ground up. So in the end, you take that same model and you put it into investing in different things. It's like you have to believe in this brand. You want to be able to support and represent that brand. When I'm in this room making fashion, how am I going to connect my passion, my interests to, you know, not just my fans, but people in general. And when I'm in the studio, when I'm making music, I'm thinking about how do I connect my music to more and more people? How do you find that secret spot that's right in front of you, but not too far ahead? Because if you go too far ahead, you go right over everybody's heads and you've lost the mark. And that question, if you can answer that question, you're golden. At the end of the day, I want to bring happiness to people. I want to bring an emotion that they haven't felt before that's unique to an experience that I give them. Whether it's through music, fashion, whether it's through telling these stories, comic book form, is to bring that feeling. That's the goal. That's the goal of happiness.
The one commodity that is most valuable on this earth is time. Time to love, time to live. From the moment the human body is born, it begins dying. Some happen faster, some happen slower. Some of them happen to go faster. Some of them prevent it from happening sooner than later. How many seconds, how many minutes do we waste every day doing things that are nowhere near the goals and aspirations and passions that we have inside? How many times do you go through the course of a day and realize, did I do anything I set out to do today? Write down those goals each and every day. No matter if it's 2 goals a day, if you can accomplish those, then you're doing more than just making it through the day. You are living and achieving your dreams. Find time to better yourself, read, explore, research, live life, do things you've never thought of doing before. That's what it's all about. When you're born, that's that date that they put on the left side of the tombstone. When you die, they put another date on the right side of the tombstone. But that dash in the middle is the most important thing on that tombstone. That is a line that throughout that entire time frame, you were able to impact and touch others' lives. You were able to leave your mark on this earth. You were able to build a legacy that nobody could change. You were able to have it to where people remember who you are no matter what. When you're living for that dash in the middle, you're going to remember your why. Your why you're here. Not the why did you do something. Your why, your reason for getting up in the morning, your reason for pushing yourself past the brink of exertion and giving up. Your reason for moving on and getting things done in life. That dash in the middle, that's the thing that pushes you.
How do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of your physical appearance, in terms of your health? Do you take care of yourself? Are you allowing yourself to get overweight and out of shape? Are you conscious of your health? Are you watching the food that you take into your body? Do you make a deliberate effort to exercise? You know, it was George Burns who said, we cannot help getting older, but we don't have to get old. And many of us get old before our time because we don't take time to take care of ourselves. Your environment is a very good indicator. On a scale of 1 to 10, is it what you want it to be? Do you find it desirable? Are you satisfied? The job or career that you're involved in. Someone said that 85% of the American public are unhappy with their jobs. Are you spending 8 hours a day just doing time? Doing something that you don't find challenging, that does not make you stretch mentally, that does not stimulate you, that does not inspire you. Something that you don't find a sense of fulfillment in it. If you're doing that day in and day out, it has to affect how you feel about yourself, your level of motivation. Your relationships. What kind of impact is it having on your life? Is it nourishing or is it a toxic relationship? Does it drain you or does it build you up? Ask yourself that. How motivated are you to do something about it? Your contribution, your actions. What are you giving? Many people will leave the universe without a trace. No one will know they were here. In fact, under their name, we could put under there, not used up. Will anybody know that you came this way? What contribution are you giving? What will you leave? What will be different because you came this way?
Just stop for a second. Write down your why. What are you doing this for in life? If your why doesn't make you cry, that's not your why. Again, if your why doesn't make you cry, then that's not your why. Your why should be something so big that it moves your family tree. Your why should be something so big that it changes the whole outlook on how things are with you and your home, your family, your religion, your purpose. Think about your passion. Think about your opportunity. And that's how you find your purpose. OPP. When that why meets up with your passion, your opportunity, your purpose, then you'll find out. The most important day in your life is the day you remember why you were born.
I think you just have to toughen up, plain and simple. I think that's like first of all, you have to tell yourself it's hard in the beginning and you have to just fight through it, because what else are you gonna do? Like, if you keep crying, keep complaining about things not happening to you, then you're not using that time to actually make the small things happen. Because everything starts off small. There's no like A to C. You have to go to B first. Everything starts small. It's like you have to be grateful for what you can get. Plain and simple. Like, be grateful for what you have, because that's like, we're lucky to even be here. Being grateful and being present. The power of being present and like really being beholden to the gratitude of what you have. People see the 30%. They don't see the 70% of not making it or not getting what you want. You say what you're gonna do what you're gonna say.
When I'm on the stage, when I'm playing, there's no greater high that I can experience in my life. It is the absolute pinnacle. Drugs cannot reach the high that I'm getting. I let the moment and the real raw connection I'm having bring me to that level. It's strangers, people I don't know, that I'm connecting with in a very intimate way, in a really raw way. When you see someone like crying in the crowd and they're singing your song and they're in this moment of full like freedom, and to connect with that at that moment gives me chills down my spine. That is my ultimate high. And I'm so lucky to do what I do. You better just give 100%. Love what you're doing, where you're at. Because after that moment's gone, it's gone. I mean, most people, when they think of success, they think about money. Like, how much money did you make? That is absolutely not the right way to think about success. Success is how you feel about yourself. And success doesn't have to be this grand moment in your life, because that just doesn't happen. There's no grand moment. They're all little moments. I think success, it's like, at the end of the day, it's what you make of it. For me, it's just, you know, finding happiness within yourself.